Okay, so we're back with another explainer video for the Data Expert IO SQL Question series. In this video, we're going to be talking about finding U.S. customers who rented and streamed videos in early February question. So let's just walk through the problem statement here. We're going to write a query to return the U.S. customers who rented a video on February 1st and then streamed the same video between February 2nd and February 8th. Use the tables playground.rental for rental data and playground.streams for streaming data. The output should include unique user IDs of these customers ordered in ascending order. So these are our tables. We'll start with the rental table, which is going to have country, rental date, rental ID, and user ID. And then our streams table is going to have country, stream date, rental ID, user ID, device type, and minutes streamed. Our answer needs to include this column, and if we remember, we want it ordered in ascending order. So let's start by taking a look at the rental table. Okay, so we see we've got just some basic information here. And we have a couple pages worth of data. And let's take a look at the streams. Now notice the rental ID, the user ID, and the country. And we'll run that selection. Okay, so the new table, we can see we have some overlap here. We've got country, rental ID, and user ID, but we also have stream date, the device type, and the minutes streamed. Okay, so let's start by getting our users, and we'll say from the rental table, because that's the first bit here. We want a SQL query to return U.S. customers who rented a video on February 1st. The rental data is, of course, in the rentals table, so we will pull from there first. So we'll say user ID, rental date. Let's actually do rental ID, rental date, and use country. Okay. From, and we're going to say playground.rental. Okay. So this will give us basically the results we had earlier. Okay, so looking at our requirements here, we need to filter on U.S. customers who rented on February 1st, and we also want to filter on this date here, but we're missing the stream date from our requirements, right? And we are going to need to do some conditional logic there. So we'll start by including a join, and since we want to get the matches between the two tables, right, predicated on a particular condition, we'll use an inner join. So let's start by stepping this out a little bit. We'll alias the table, make this a little clearer. Okay, and we're going to do an inner join, and we're going to do that on the playground.streams table, and we're going to alias that as S, and we're going to say on r.user, let's see, we'll say rental ID equal to s.rental ID, and it's not implied here or stated, but because we have these two different tables, what if a user rented something and they, it's one of the Disney Plus or one of those kinds of tools where multiple users could stream the same rental, right? We're going to want to account for that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add an additional condition on r.user ID equal to s.user ID, right? Okay, so if we run this, was February 1st, and we're also still getting a mix of different countries. So let's start by filtering out by country. We'll say r.country equals US. Okay, so now we're looking at, we don't have that stream date, right? So why don't we add that real quick? And we'll say s dot stream date. We'll run that query. Okay, so now we're getting the totality of the data we're looking for, right? We've got a user ID, a rental ID, rental date, country, stream date. Well, eventually we're going to whittle down to this, but before we do that, I wanted to kind of point out a couple things, right? Our rental date, this is the one we're going to be looking for, so we're going to add and r.rental date equal to date 2023 02-01. And let's see, I think we need to wrap this too. Let's do that with the date function. Okay. Okay, so we're still not sorting correctly, right? But if we look here, these two dates fall in that range. So adding, the between on this thin date, s.to and date, literal, 2023-02. So if we do it just to the requirements, we're still not going to get any filtering, right? Okay, but we can tweak that just a little bit. Let's just put a 4 in there, so we just want a date. They streamed it between the 2nd and the 4th instead of the requirements that were presented. And that's just to, give us the warm fuzzies on the filter, right? That it's going to work correctly. All right, so we've got that. So let's put this back to 8 so that we can meet those requirements. And we're going to say order by r.userid ascending. Okay, and that's to meet that final requirement here. Okay, so we're going to run that. Okay, and there we have it. So that's that final solution. Hope that was helpful. Any questions or notes, drop them in the comments below. Thank you so much. Have a good day.